we're going to explore GZW's recently released 0.3.2.1 in the mainline account. We've been testing it all weekend as a beta. Now we're going to test it in our main account. So it's for keeps. We're not playing on Mad Finger money anymore. We're playing on ours. We're going to do a quick little loot run down here. I will go try to clear out the sawmill, but I got a sneaking suspicion our little buddy we heard shooting there a while ago has done it for us. But I'm surprised at how many people don't know this little jewelry box is down here. Alright, maybe she won't run balance. Quality, that's fine. Probably need to set this even lower. That's fine. We'll give her what she wants for the stream. Hey Johnny, good morning buddy. Struggling with the gray zone warfare stream as usual. At least we aren't crashing out. Well, that should be smooth. Let us run it like that. That's what she wants. That's what we run. What we got to get her and do is actually limit our frame rate. We're just gonna have to do it. Bad as I hate to. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. This is your humble host, Rising, speaking. This morning we're going to go over the 0.3.2.1 patch. Now we tested this patch all weekend in beta form, or I did, and I believe that I convinced several others to do it. But it's been applied to our mainline game now, and we're playing on our dime. We're going to do a couple loot runs, check, make sure everything's still the same from the beta, make sure we don't have no problems. The guy that dropped in the sawmill obviously didn't do this loot run because I see the AI down there. Hey, good morning, Shawnee, Colorado, and Johnny. I'm just trying to get me a quick little stream in and check this new hot patch, and obviously I did have to make some tweaks, so it was a little bit different. Honestly, I think my PC's running it too fast, and that's what was giving my... this is the game I had the most trouble with in live stream. And one of the things that I've learned is to move OBS to my secondary screen instead of extending OBS's modules to my secondary screen. Figured that out over the weekend, but also to limit my frame rate going out. So if OBS is trying to crunch 300 frames per second, encode it and take it out to 60, that's still putting load on it. I don't know why I didn't think about it like that till it hit me, but that's still putting a load on the encoder. And so I'm asking it to stream 2K in Twitch, 2K in YouTube, record in probably, a real high quality 2K, and do all this thing at the same time. Hey, we're going to drop down. We got these guys here together, which is good. We take two of them out. We got a 60 round clip. One of the things you got to do, guys, one of the things I have to do, because I'm playing on mouse and keyboard and I can't just flick, I'm using a low sensitivity when I'm ADS aiming down sights, is I got to make sure, like that dude there, he didn't flank me, but I got to make sure that he doesn't. If I got to turn all the way around to engage, I'm in trouble. He's mag dumping in me. Yeah, I'm feeling better every day. We're actually getting ready to load up here in a little bit, and we're going to head to Texas and do a little, I thought we was actually going to Texarkana, but we're going a little deeper than that. I just found out. Hey, I don't play any of these things. The woman tells me to get some stuff ready, I get some stuff ready. Woman tells me we're going to take the grandkid to that water park or whatever, I get ready to take the grandkid to this or that water park. I don't concern myself with the details other than having a full tank of gas and a fresh oil change. Control bag, I wanted that so bad yesterday and I could not find one. But as you see, this is a monster little loot spot. And what you can do is you can be full like this. We can even do it like this, guys. Fill up your loot pack because we're going to go down. We already know that we've caught Crusader, right? Crusader's right down the hill there. See it blue? It's right down the hill. We're golden. We already know we're golden. Now, if you come into this loot space, you got to be a little careful. I feel a lot better too, Johnny, because I got 8 hours sleep and I haven't had more than 5 in the last 2 weeks for real. I've been running on 4, 4.5, almost 5, but not 5. This little jewelry box, I just can't believe more people don't come loot this. Sometimes it says completely full of high value. Look, completely full of high value loot. We can take that to Vulture. Every once in a while, this will have about a $1,200 gun in one of these people we killed too. Now, I will tell you, over the weekend, every time I engage somebody here, it's like 5 and 6 AI, but this is more like what I'm used to. Where'd we shoot this guy down at? Right over here. You have to be careful when you're doing this loot, because if somebody's patrolling that road, especially if you don't have a silencer, yeah, look. That's a pretty damn good gun. We could run it as a backup or use it for loot. You could eat what's on them to, you can press R to rotate there. You can eat what's on them. You can take their cash. We can take their bags. We can drop all that once we get to the cop. We can run every bit of that. So we'll just do that. We'll see how much this loot run was worth to us. Won't be able to get the helmet. Like we can't get that either. We could cut, honestly, as close as that copy as basic as we could probably run back, literally. I don't know why more people don't use this loot run, man. I really don't. Shotgun's probably worth more than that is. Decent bullets. Cash, water bottle. Honestly, could have probably used that armor. We'll take what we can carry. We're going to run down to that cop. Then we're going to maybe try to run up in the mayor's mansion. That's got a better chance of me dying. We'll swap that out in case I want to keep it. Well, actually, that's a single slot, if I recall. Let's get on out of here. Let's not hang around too long. Let's just show you what we normally do here. I appreciate you guys stopping in this morning and leaving a comment. I'm a little perplexed why my system prefers to be imbalanced on this right now, but that's fine. Honestly, when you force the transformer model, I can't see a difference on my screen, so I know you're not seeing a difference on the stream. You'd rather it be smooth, I'm sure, than a tiny, minute bit of detail that you might be missing, that you won't even see. I gave myself multiple intros like that, which when I convert this to a video will allow me to take that out. I'll kind of cut to that. We're not in PvP, so we don't have to worry about clearing anybody here. We're in scavenge mode. But when I get back to town, I believe we're going to take our mainline account and do some PvP with it. I mean, are we really thirsty? See how fast we got thirsty. One of the reasons we got that thirsty that fast is because we got a heavy load. See the weight down here? We're about our max load when you're toting out when you toting out gear like that. You overload your guy pretty quick. See what's in here? Nothing. You know what I might do? I like the patrols better than these, to be honest with you. Not as big though. We could pull this all over to here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna empty this. I don't want them rounds at all, for sure. I'm gonna, as you see, I don't have much room. So I'm gonna pull all this down here. We're gonna use that. We aren't hurting for money. We don't have to do much more scavenging, or we could drop to a PvP. But I'm just gonna pull this all down. And let's just see what that loot run was worth. Because I truly don't understand why more people don't do it. In my opinion, it's the fastest, quickest, best loot run for a low-skilled player like myself that there is. Let's not forget the cash that we got too. And look, we got 4 high-value items for Vulture. Let's just make sure Vulture ain't there. No, not a major base, so he wouldn't be there. So if you want to gather up your items for Vulture, there they are. There they are, right there. All right. Y'all going to have to help me keep track here. So, trying to level up Turncoat, he's almost at a 2. We're going to move. So there's 1,300 right there. I hadn't even moved the gun over. Y'all remember 13, was that 13, 18? We'll trade that up. Back over here. I'm going to pull this down. And the gun down. We're right back in Turncoat. Another 300, that's 1,600. Then we're going to turn the bag into the shotgun shells. Plus we got some cash, if y'all recall. A hat. Every little bit helps, guys. Every little bit helps. This is some of my good rounds there. I don't want to move them. I looked like I was getting ready to take on the whole entire Continental Army there or something. Well, what the hell I was doing with that? That many rounds in my carrier. All right. So what we at, about 1,700, and I didn't even. And honestly, they're close enough. I could run back up there and finish looting them if I needed the money and I wasn't full. So we're close to 140,000. All right, that's great. That's great. We got some drink. Might take another grave with us. Let's go ahead and pop it off. Actually, I feel like we're running a few too many bullets, honestly. I got nowhere to stuff them though, so might as well shoot them up. Let's look on the map and see what we need to take. Rival faction has that. We got any grays here? Look at that, gray at Panther. So let's damn near run over there a bit faster. And I can take faster in terms of everybody's time. 1,400 though, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good clip. You know what? We got some food and drink. Let's just go on a little bit of a walkabout. Let's do it. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about doing it? I want to isolate this down. In fact, the background could probably run on 60. I want to isolate this down to an encoder issue. An encoder balance, not encoder balance, but encoder load issue. Let's just start right here. If I detect any problems, also too, I want to reload this puppy. Ooh, this is my gun I like. I forgot, it's been a while. I didn't use anything like that over the weekend. Hello to yourself there, buddy. How you liking the 0.3.2.1 patch?
I don't know what that is.
That's the patch we're running on this morning. We beta tested it all weekend, and it was applied to the mainline account this morning.
Oh, okay. I haven't done much of anything yet, but I'll look around.
Good luck to you, man. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting you too.
Feel free to add me and we'll run together sometime. I'm doing a quick little live stream to before I go on a mini vacay. But feel free to add me if you want to do some maybe run some tasks and stuff together at some point. My channel's Old Man Rising on YouTube and Old Man Rise 1NG on Twitch. I simulcast both of them at the same time.
Here, I'm gonna...
Do you need any gear, man? Are you okay on gear? You're looking pretty light right there.
No, I'm good on gear. Can you send me your name in the message, though, so I can make sure I get it?
Yes, I can. Oh, yeah. I can barely read that font.
Never mind, I found it.
You sure you don't need anything to head out? I got a bag or something if you need it, or a gun, or... Hey, man. Snare the purge. That's how I'm feeling.
Oh,
Like
no, I'm good. I got tons of stuff. I'm just out ratting.
Me too. I just wanted to I tested this hot fix all weekend in beta, and I just wanted to test it on my main account and do a few little runs, and then I gotta get on the road for 6 hours anyway.
Yeah. Well, have a good one. I'll catch you on Twitch.
Okay, buddy. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Kind of happy to be back using my trusty DDR4. Yeah, we're gonna run all the way across there. Why not? We're on an adventure anyway. You know what I mean? Everybody's seen me drop down and take the helicopter 55 times. We got a few drinks, got a few foods. We'll go over there and capture this site. So that would take some AI. The good thing, in my opinion, about topping a site that is gray and has AI in it, or if you're in PvP is red and don't have an actual human, is that once you kill everyone, you go loot them all. If you don't have much room in your inventory, you can loot them one at a time and add to your stash. Anytime you come to a road, though, you need to left and right that baby. That is a prime area to run into somebody. We might even unlock a new area, because I've never headed out this way. Guess everything's smooth. No, the birds, I appreciate you dropping in, man. Hopefully I'll get a friend request. All right. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I just see, to me, I didn't see that backpack on you at first, and you had I think you had a pistol. And if I've got money, I try to help. I don't even know if you were new. If I've got money, and with two things, if you're naked and you're going to try to run back to get your gear, and you meet me in a place like that, I'm going to try to run with you. I'm not a good player, but I only have what I have because some people helped me, and I was real close to installing this game when I got down to $2,000. And I try to pay it forward. So if you'd have been naked running back to your gear, I'd have ran with you. If you ain't got nothing, you're falling on hard times, you jumped into PvP, you lost your ass, whatever the story may be, I'm gonna loan you out some stuff. It was done for me, and I'm gonna do it for others best I can. Honestly, I should turn this laser off. No, not that on, the laser off. At least the one they can see. There's at least one guy there. Normally, I don't like to stir them up this far out, but I got too good a shot on him. So I'm gonna go to the knee. You gotta be careful just holding up. That is a little off. I probably should just wait and get another rest. You burn them arms out while you're trying to line up a shot like that, it's worse than just waiting. Timed it wrong. The second one dropped his ass up. Yeah. Oh yeah, no man, I appreciate that, dude. You don't know how much what you just said means to me, for real. That's everything. I got down to $2,000 and was at the shack debating of uninstalling this game because I'm just not good enough, you know. It's going through my head like, I love the game, but I'm just not good enough to play it. When a couple of players came up, and now I'm friends with them and play with them all the time. A couple of players come up and help me out, and so really, that's not even my own idea. It was done for me, and I try to pay it forward when I can. Well, this patch here, normally I make a video going over the patch, but since I'm getting ready to go on vacation, I really couldn't start it that way. I don't have too much time. But it's kind of a working vacation, so don't be too jealous about it. But anyway, it's a small hot fix. But if you watch the podcasters, if you watch Madfinger, they've been doing several podcasts, even with the lead programmers. And we got a couple of fixes like to the server dropping frames when it's not dropping frames, the VRAM memory leak issues, and a couple other small UI improvements, but we tested it over the weekend for stability. And just so you know, buddy, if you ever want to test the patch and see if one's available, it's cool as hell, man. Sign out, sign back in your Steam. Right, go to Gray Zone, right-click Properties, Beta, see if one's available. If one's available, here's why it might be in your best interest to test it. Madfinger's asking us to do this because they need us to load these servers when they're doing the beta test. But here's what's in your best interest. You're going to spawn in with 450,000, a huge inventory bucket full of every gun that you might not ever used. Big bags, you can just indiscriminately go out. And for me, that was a good way for me to try to PvP without risking my entire stash to do it. You know. And good morning to you, Thomas. See if there's any drinks up here, because I've been running my mouth. And so I got some time on feet here, as I call it. Stay ahead of that hunger and thirst, because I don't know about y'all, but there's nothing I hate worse than getting into a fight, especially when I'm losing it, which is most of them, and start to get the hunger pains noise. So I think I've been shot in the groin or something, you know. Had me shot in the belly. Whew, I tell you what sucks, guys. I got really used to during the patch. I had the bigger storage cache here. I got really used to having that. More so than their money was that, because I mean I started with 450 and I don't even think I got down to just checking the stream, make sure everything's okay. I don't even think I got down to you know what? It don't hurt us to take the pistol. You might get in a close-up situation, like if you're zoomed in at 6, before you can come completely off of that, you know you're at 6, you might be closer to putting somebody like that. Yeah, sure. Yeah, dude. We had a big stash and we had a big safe. Now, it wasn't the money, it wasn't the things. Now, what I did do is I ran an SVD quite a bit because I'm just not very familiar with it. Oddly enough, at the end of my last stream, I swapped back over to the basic build that I have here, and I actually got better, and I think it's because I use it all the time. But that SVD with some decent ammo punches, man. You're a good accurate player, which I'm not. Yeah, highly recommended. So we just, primarily there's a lot of server-side optimization in the patch. There's the fix where it was showing low frames per second from the server when really you were actually good to go with the server. And the VRAM memory loop. And that also important to note, I got this from watching the podcast as well. They are highly suggesting that you run 576.80. If you look back on some of my previous videos, I was already doing that before they suggested it. And I'm running in 4K, everything epic, quality DLSS, but I am forcing 3.10.2.1, which is the DLSS 4 transformer model, so it's the highest image quality possible. But I run a 50 series card, so it don't cost me nothing. In fact, by my recollection, by my data, it runs a little faster with that. So I would go engage them, but I want to take this and still have some of my medical supplies left. So you got that. You got the VRAM. Oh, and by the way, they're saying that NVIDIA also included a few fixes that aren't like publicly announced in their 576.80 patches, but they were in communication with them. So Madfinger worked on the VRAM issue. NVIDIA worked on the VRAM issue. Now, with this patch, you'll notice that it's not going to ask you to revert the 576.28 as a stable driver. The new stable driver for this game, and I can attest to this personally, is 576.80. So if you load up 576.80, it will no longer give you the pop-up and say, we detect a problem with this driver to revert to 576.28. No, this is the new suggested driver. 576.80 is the new suggested driver for this game. So, hopefully that I was clear with that. I'm gonna do a spin here. I just want to check my fluidity on stream. If any of y'all are still watching it, do y'all agree with basically the contrast colors and everything I'm pushing out on the screen? Yeah, that's pretty smooth. I've never been in this area, so it'd be easy for me to walk into an ambush, a checkpoint, anything else. Thanks, Shawnee. Appreciate you, buddy. And by the way, my multi-chat is working because I'm getting their chats from the Twitch side and yours, so that's very awesome. Moving everything to my secondary screen instead of extending it to it and just running the game on the primary screen seems to be the chef's kiss. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. No other game has a problem. It's with any way that I do it, just this one. And for those of you that may be watching, I've invested in a secondary vertical screen so that I can see your chat, I can see the stream. I'm watching stream stats, make sure everything's stable, and I'm able to do some adjustment. If it was touchscreen, it would be even better, but I didn't spend a ton of money on a proof of concept. I'm not spending a ton of money. I spent like $60 on this screen. Hooked it up, display port to HDMI, to mini HDMI. Adapter cable, like a 20-foot one. Yeah, I spent a ton of money. Hey, Chris, thanks, buddy. Yeah, I wanted the proof of concept. Maybe I'll get something a little better later. But right now, this is working good. I think the screen, it's a dummy screen, you know, so it can extend any, like you can extend a laptop with it. So I knew I'd have a use for it or something. If I didn't have a use for it, the missus would have a use for it. I'd go in and be like, look, I got you a new screen to look through your laptop, do your work easier. But that was the plan. That was the plan anyway. And so far it's working out just fine with a Captain Crazy 20-foot display port to HDMI mini adapter cable. Yeah. And it's powered by USB-C cable, so it's just super convenient. Yeah, it's working. It's working fine. Yeah, I'm calling that a win. And if I'd have lost, I'd been like, look what I got you, baby. But I didn't want to spend like a ton of money on a high quality this or that if it wasn't going to work for sure. But I feel like I can bring y'all a better product, a better content with this. Yeah. And if I had to eat it, I just had to eat it. And, you know, honestly, I'd find a use for it. Stuff like that, I'd find a use for. We have went on a walkabout, folks, but yeah, I want to see how the pasture stuff's run too. We're looking at stability and stuff here too. Texture pop in. I see just I don't know if y'all catching on stream, but I see just the most minute amount of texture pop in. But I haven't set the epic level, so that must be where they're setting you know. Sorry, you just jogged my memory, Chris. I'm sorry. Now I know exactly who you are when you said that. Yeah, and I will tell you, not the previous patch, but the one before that, I was surprised, dude. I played Space Marines 2, especially with the new Horde mode out. And actually, my buddy Shawnee on here, we played together. I'm running the 4K texture pack, and that doesn't even run me out of VRAM. This game was running me out of VRAM, but it's not now. So far. And I got some fairly intensive fights yesterday when I was getting my butt handed to me. Why couldn't they be standing in the field where it's easy for me to see this? The thing about the AI is, one, they're not done. Do I go ahead and take this shot now, or is it too early? Let's take it now. One thing, you think you have cover because you can't see nothing? They can see you. Yeah, it's heavy on VRAM. Yep, see how they're already shooting at me while I don't see them? Maybe I should see them. I'm not even saying it's a game problem. It's a me problem, I'm sure. I'm going to come off my magnification a little bit because we need to acquire targets quicker instead of further. I'm strafing to try to put a building between me and where they may be shooting from. What I'm fixing to do is drop this nade in there totally randomly, hope for the best, or it pushes them back. Shit. Where'd I get hit from? In my flank? That sounds like it was a hard one. Oh, turn it. I needed the tourniquet, not that. On medium bleeding, go straight to a tourniquet. What I found. One of them's just been rocking around the corner while I'm doing this. I just have to cancel the animation if they do. That gives me a tiny bit of cover. You see how I started shooting before I hit him? The reason I started shooting when I knew I didn't have a chance to get on him yet. Yeah, I need to run. You're right. You're right. I really probably should have ran. But the reason I started shooting when I knew I wasn't nowhere near him is it stun locks them for a half a second, or it puts them into that animation where they ran. Well, when I put them into that animation where they ran, that gave me the second I needed to get on it. That's why I do that. Yeah, I know you probably see all the time, oh God, you're just spraying and praying. No, I'm doing that on purpose. Yeah, pre-fire really helps. It really helps. And I know that, listen, I'm an old dude. I've come back in the game and I've been out 13 years. Everybody else I'm talking to probably knows that, but on the off chance you don't, I'm just trying to share. I mean, I'm probably the last guy in the world to understand that. So, usually there's at least 4. I feel like I'm going to come over here and try to cop the... I feel like I'm going to get shot in the back of the head, but I guess not.
Objective secured. Panther is under our control.
Now, if you're new to the game, why bother doing it? Why take time out your day to do this? Well, it's good for everyone. It's good for you. But these people I killed, I can fully loot them now because I have access to my gear. I have access to my stash. I can loot everything they got. I can just take it all. And on PBE, I can even take my time. I'm going to eat that. We had that one we dropped on the way in, right? So, we don't have much room down here. Oh, I see the drugs was staving off some of my issues that I still had and didn't realize it. I need a bigger stash. Thank God my voice is starting to come back. Yeah, man, it really works. I think so. I think so. I'm going to give that an 80% confidence yes. Like, is that dude I initially dropped? But, oh, by the way, oh, yeah, I need splint. You're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, that Liam was injured pretty bad when we looked at it a while ago, wasn't it? You're right. Thank you. Let's go ahead and get that done. You are absolutely correct. Yep. Good call, buddy. Good call. Thought I had a splint in there. I know I got some because I'm pretty anal about that. As soon as I say I know I got a splint, I didn't have a splint. I usually try to have a 4-pack in there. Wow. Good thing you mentioned it. Man, I'll be glad when I can get the fours. Go ahead and use the one out of here. I think what I'm going to do is, in this case here, I think I'm going to move a splint into there. Well, move this out. Move this out. Let's get a splint and a 4-piece tourniquet if I got one. I might have one in here. Or a 3-piece tourniquet. At least. Cycle some of our stuff to it if it'll hold it. These were given to me, and I just try my best not to lose them. I keep repairing them. I move them off my head even when I need them. I don't want to lose them. That and not that gun, not that gun, this gun. Try to keep, I go through great lengths to keep them guns, but I need to start selling some stuff because I don't have no stash. I really need to do some runs with Turncoat. Hey, and I remember, Chris, you're the one that was telling me about Control yesterday, weren't you? Yeah, I like it to say 4-4. That's what I need. I'm pretty sure, if my memory serves, yeah, I constantly, dude, I got into some comical shit, breaking my legs and stuff before. That quick little run I did at that UNLRA off of Charlie 2, when I'm headed back, I'm happy. I've cleared everything. I've gotten some pretty decent loot. I will break my ankles or, my shins every time. Yeah, I appreciate that tip, man. I've been using it. Been trying to get it in my muscle memory to use it, So, do you have anything else on him of use? God, we got him stripped down to nothing. All right. That gun. I didn't move that over. I even got enough room. No, I don't even have enough room to put that in vertically. That's okay. Is that the one we killed from the road? I didn't think so. It was a fairly long shot. I know I shouldn't be greedy like this right now. Count my... Hey, appreciate you, buddy. If you hadn't already, don't forget to add me in here. I need friends for adventures. Yeah. Hey, as long as it's smooth and looks good, that's a win right now. And I can tab out and adjust on it if I need to. I'm liking that without it crashing. Yeah, Luke Goblins it is. So good luck, Chris. We'll go ahead and reload that. We'll survey the map. See what we can do. What we have to do. Let's just take a look around and see what there is to hit. Because I really don't want to I don't want to get into a task today because I would get obsessive till it's completed. You know what I think would probably be a good idea is to, let's hit here, let's run up to and clear Mare, get the high value loot there. honestly, I may pull my. See which two things these have in it. That had plenty. That has plenty by itself. I'm gonna pull this out, and I'm gonna pull my keys in. Here's my other key set. I know I need to be making a run on Charlie. No, airfield. Also, put that key set there just in case. All right, we better get to moving. Thanks, nerd. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to ease up on the maximum amount of fidelity that I can deliver you smoothly. That's why I'm going through these machinations to do that. I mean, I like to watch streamers myself that, you know, give me some tactics and things like that, but it so aggravates me when it's just a terrible stream, you know what I mean? I don't want you to have to suffer through a terrible stream. Get minimal content. I want to give you the best stream I can, and then I'll start to learn. I won't have to think about that no more, and then I can start to deliver you better and better content. That's my plan. Okay, thanks. Appreciate it, buddy. And see, I'm in the Twitch beta program that allows me to deliver 2K to Twitch. So right now I'm simulcasting 2K to Twitch, 2K to YouTube. The thing is, YouTube needs about 3 times more bandwidth to do it. Now the bandwidth ain't a problem for me. The problem is the encoder, because I'm doing everything on a single PC. So if I push 300 frames per second to OBS and it's having to downsample that and push it out to 2 different render locations, that's when my encoder gets, even though I'm doing hardware encoding, that's where my encoder gets overloaded. And when I moved back to 1440p, because there was no benefit in you guys, you know, you're not seeing any difference. To keep everything symmetrical, I think I was pushing too many frames per second for the encoders. How many minutes does that say? Oh, 2 minutes, we got this. We don't get lit up by whoever's in that barn over there. See, just to give you some numbers right now, Twitch is taking up about 10 megabytes per second, and YouTube's taking up 28 for the same feed. So people could talk about Twitch, but Twitch has a very efficient algorithm. Not algorithm as far as them being found, serving you out videos, but their encoding algorithm and their display algorithm is very efficient. I appreciate you guys dropping in too, man. And giving me feedback. That really helps. I mean, you can give me feedback. Listen, I didn't even know what backseating was till last week. That's what I was looking for when I started streaming. I literally want backseating. I want you to tell me what I'm doing wrong. I mean, you ain't got to just go in deep on me if you don't, you know, give me a little bit of slack if you want to. But yeah, I want backseating. I find it surprising that people don't like backseating. Old man Rising likes backseating. He likes to be backseated. I need the help.
On my way. ETA 30 seconds.
I'm just so happy. This was my hardest game to get right now. I'm just so happy that I delivering a decent product.
We're moving out.
And that'll allow me to focus in the future on better content. Because I'm looking at it like two different systems, like the delivery system and then the content itself.
Get ready.
Well, I can't focus on content if my mind's constantly trying to figure out what's wrong with my delivery system. If that makes any sense. May not make any sense. That's just how my mind thinks of it. How was your weekend, man? Did you have a rough weekend? I don't know where you live, but it's been real hot and humid where we're at. I have to take my grandson outside and make sure he gets plenty of his playtime.
Go, go, go!
All right, we about know where we're going. Okay, so right over here, if anybody's watching, that building, nope, that building that's right through there, that is probably the second quickest and best loot run in the game. A little harder to clear than that first one that I did. Maybe not in the game, but that I know of. That's a good loot run. The one we just did at the airplane is probably the fastest I know of. And what we're fixing to do, if you had the mayor's office key, but even if you don't, you got a jewelry box outside. Usually about 2 here. I'm going to get a little closer and risk it for the biscuit. Probably shouldn't go up the... Oh, I'll take that one. It's usually 2 here, though. I try to come off this because I'm scanning with my actual eyes, but in case I need to be on it so I don't get my arms tired. It took me forever to figure out that left to the top of my character up there bar was my arms. Because let me tell you something. I need to make a... One thing I'd like to do is make a true beginner's tutorial for this game, because the beginners guys that are out there assume that you played a bunch of extraction shooters, no inventory systems. I mean, they damn near assume you play Tarkov. Seriously, and I'm not putting them down. I just think if you know that much, you would never think to back up as far as you really should back up. And this game does not have a tutorial at all, and if you haven't played games like this, you're going to be in the same boat. You're going to be in a pretty rough boat. So we're running up here to the mayor's mansion. It's you got enemies from multiple vectors, high, low, as far as in the geography, also high, low as far as in the building. But generally, I can clear it without dying, and I can't believe I said that out loud. Generally, I can clear it without dying, and even if you don't have the office key, which I do have, I just didn't take the find. I didn't make sure that I had it in my pack a while ago, but there's at least a jewelry box on the stairs that usually has a couple high-value items in it. There's also some decent med kits up here. Oh. Tip, put into the dementia brain, trying to file it in long-term memory storage and hoping that I don't forget it in 15 minutes. The strychnine. Okay, okay. Tip taken, trying to allocate memory for it and store it. Oh, God. That's hilarious, man. But you can't run out legendary. So, see, I like that. I just run ass away if I'm losing the engagement. Now, there's 2 trains of thought here. I usually take that high road. You could go ahead and maybe, like, strafe a little more and take the guy that you were going to have to take on the way out early, but that just alerts all the AI. And I like to sneak in high Because that dude from low ain't going to come to high here very much. And that other one, they will. That other one I was pointing out, they will. Yeah, and I actually didn't know that, so that's, yeah. Am I thirsty? See what I'm saying? I hate going into a firefight and my dude sitting there smacking his lips. Let's get that taken care of. Let's come off our, I like to be about 3. I like to be able to still see them, but still, you know, get a compromise on acquiring the target, especially if I can maybe get a headshot. There's usually one right there in the back. They'll shoot you through that window, man. You got to be careful. This game don't play. Well, if this has been cleared already, some people miss that loot box, man. Just like at the airplane, they miss the loot box. It may be cleared. Probably not. As soon as I turn around and see if I have a key for this. I'm not going to take the time talking my light on if nothing shows up there. Oh, no, there he is. All right, we're supposed to get flanked. Nope. Should have stayed inside, buddy. Love the 60-round clips, man. As soon as you can get your hand on a 60-round clip, do it. And I don't like them for full auto. I like them to clear out stuff. Damn, dude, I like the poop a little bit. That scared the shit out of me. Thought I heard one back there. I got these razors on, and I don't mean here, I mean in game. So now inside I generally go to a camp. So I don't know if you've ever been here before, Snurd. I don't think I have that key on me right here. Nope. I do have it though. This jewelry box is going to have a couple valuables in it. It just is. Every time. If somebody ain't wiped it out. Now I got to come off camp. Still be a few things to clear down there, most likely. I think we're safe. Safe for now, so I'm gonna reload. I found various things in here. It's not a bad spot, dude. It really ain't. Almost missed that chest. Sometimes this has BS in it. Sometimes it don't. Oh, no worries, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for sure. Checking everything here. A doorway like that, I actually don't recommend checking bodies in a doorway like I'm doing right now. That can get hairy real quick. I can't tell you the idea. See, there could be a guy walking up right over there and downstairs. So we took out, what, 4 altogether so far? When I have more room, what I like to do is just unload all their weapons and take them with me. Either take the rounds or the weapon. When I get low on money, I definitely swap the 7.62. Look at that. Expensive smartphone. That's a high value. In fact, that's probably worth more than the watch. Put that in there. Now, we ain't out of the woods yet. We still got to work down. And they'll be usually one at the gate, one at that car, or one to ambush you to the left over here after you get so far. Yep. See how he was trying to hide? He was definitely ambushing. I've been ambushed right here, man, just staying up in the bushes. So if you're coming down that walkway, don't think you got this, because you don't. You don't got it yet. And checking this body's dangerous, because there may be one hiding behind that wall. But I want to bring back the loot. I'm going to check this gate just because I know to. Make sure, because we didn't kill them on the way in. Make sure we're clear to check the car. Cars will have some good medical supplies in it a lot of times. You might need the medical supplies right now if this is went south. All right. Normally I'll go off through there and do the farm. This has just been a patch test, my stream test, and so we're going to head back out to the bird. See how much we got. Remember, these AI up here may respawn by now. Yeah, it looks smooth. I think that's still pretty smooth. We got about 1% loss on our encoder frames. I could probably back off my recording just a hair. All the quality right here, and it's probably going to be the sweet spot. Just a hair, not a lot, just a tiny bit. Because I actually simulcast the stream, 2K to Twitch, 2K to YouTube. I'm running everything, and then I'm recording to an external NVMe drive at the same time. You hate to get all your loot, get right here, and get killed trying to take it out. We'll go and get the bird there.
Negative. You're too far away from an LZ. Raven dispatch. Moving to Charlie 1.
That's the workaround for negative. I think we're probably fine here. It's not so much a problem when you kill them and go up there and loot, but if you come by here and somebody else has killed this dude, he could easily pop in and spawn on you. Easily. Let's go look, just in case. So I was thinking there was a crate in here, but I could be wrong. Wait, got some bullets? Nope. There's some more food. We don't need that right now. See what he had on him. At this point, we're picking up everything because we're going to loot what we can loot. I hear our chopper, though. I need to get running. Thought I did. This game just looking gorgeous right now, too.
Raven here. I'm moving out. ETA, 30 seconds.
Here he comes.
Landing, get in, go!
All right, I will. Settle down, young man.
Strap
Settle
in, we're heading
down.
out.
I see exactly at what
Getting
point.
close. 30 seconds.
All right, guys. Also see how to clear that out. I see how we can clear this out. Actually, I should turn that off. That might help too. Deliver less frames per second for it to crunch. Watch how this works. All right. Just doing a little testing here to see which way has the least CPU usage. I mean GPU, I'm sorry. I think it's less usage that way. So what did we find? Let's go ahead and sell our gear. Sell our loot that we looted. You gotta make sure it's empty. You won't be able to sell it. I mean, that's a loot run, y'all. That's a pretty damn good loot run. For low level, low risk. How much was that high value? So I know. Oh, it's just $100. That's $1,200 there. We got a couple of things we can sell lab rat. What else is left in here? Got this, and this, the cash we got on them. All right, so all in all, about what, a $1,500 loot run again? Is that about what we're thinking about? So, we tested out the new patch 0.3.2.1. We're having no graphical anomalies. We're running DLSS4. We're forcing it to the transformer model, which is 310.2.1, through NVIDIA Profile Inspector, forcing a DLL override, and using the latest preset, which is K. Look it up if you don't know how to do it. Maybe I'll do a video on that sometime. So we have maximum image quality. We're running 1440p, all epic. Everything's going great. The game run off without a hitch, or it looks better through our scopes. Range looks better through our scopes. We've got quite a bit of improvements here. Server side, client side, and I just think this is a hit. Now on the roadmap, they got a new patch. Like they've patched this thing like once a week. We may have a new beta to test next weekend, and I will be there to test it. And I asked that y'all try to test it as well, because they needed to load those beta servers to test the patch before they release it to the general public. I love how they're doing this. I love how connected they are to the community. And I love my community and how good this game's community is overall. So that'll be it for today's stream. I appreciate you. Come on back to Old Man Rising's channel. Like, subscribe, share. And the next time, drop on in, ready up with Rising. Let's get to work. Thank you guys.